Nitrogen fixation. Nitrogen gas is presented in the atmosphere as atmospheric air, as I told you, and soil air that fill the soil pores. So nitrogen is presented on the atmosphere or on the soil air on the pore. Nitrogen is an inert molecule and need a huge energy to split and separate its atom from each other, because nitrogen gas is N2, so you need a huge energy to separate each nitrogen from each other. If you separate them, it become chemically and biologically active to interact with atoms of other elements such as hydrogen and oxygen. And so-called nitrogen fixation in form that the plant can absorb. Nitrogen fixation can be done by three main methods. First one is air fixation. It's a natural process during lightning and thunder, where the resulting thermal huge energy is represented for fixing approximately 10% of the fixed nitrogen and reaches to the soil with rain water. So when lightning and thunders resulting tremendous energy, this energy is responsible for separating nitrogen and producing nitrate dissolved in rainwater and fall to the soil. This nitrogen fixing is forms around 10% of the fixed nitrogen. In the industrial fixation, nitrogen filterizers manufacturers need to prepare this nitrogen. You need a very high energy, 600 degrees Celsius, and a high pressure. And this industrial fixation represent 30 to 40% of the fixed nitrogen and reach the soil through fertilizers. Biological fixation. So we have three: natural by air fixation, industrial, and biological fixation. Biological. Let us now, we are talking about soil microorganisms. So we will concentrate on or focus on biological nitrogen fixation. Biological nitrogen fixation is carried out by microorganisms where air nitrogen, N2, is reduced to ammonia. Ammonia is converted into organic nitrogen compound. Then, after ammonia prepared, it converted into organic nitrogen compound in the tissue of living organisms. This biological N fixation represents approximately 50 to 60%. So 50 to 60% is produced by nitrogen. 50 or 60% of nitrogen fixation is carried out by biological process and by microorganisms. Some of nitrogen fixing bacteria are autotrophic and some other of heterotrophic. Two types of biological N fixation: symbiotic N fixation and non-symbiotic N fixation. The symbiotic N fixation, like these nodules, these can done through symbiotic relationship with root of leguminous plant and rhizobia species, and the formation of nodules like this. That the rhizobia of the soil, they, like rotobacteria that can fix nitrogen symbiotic relation in a symbiotic relationship with leguminous plant by making nodules develop on the root of nitrogen starved leguminous such as pea or beans, clover, and so on. Molecular interaction between leguminous root and rhizobium, and then the bacteria take the manufacture food from the plant and give the plant nitrogen from fixed nitrogen in the form of ammonia. So symbiotic relationship also can be carried out by not only bacteria but actinomycetes like Gazurena trees and actinomycetes. Also symbiotic relationship between blue-green algae and some plants. So, but the most famous symbiotic relationship for nitrogen fixing bacteria is between leguminous plant and rhizobium. Non-symbiotic fixation, there is some free bacteria can fix nitrogen. Some free bacterial species can fix air nitrogen, which is free to live and move in the soil without forming a symbiotic relationship with the root of the plant, such as Azotobacter, Azomonas, Klebsiella, Azospirillum, Clostridium, and others. The neutral pH is optimal for nitrogen-fixing bacteria. The optimal moisture content is between field capacity and 60 of it, with both water and air are available for bacteria and the plant. At this field capacity or 60 of it, both water and air are available for bacteria and the plant. Leguminous plants differ in their ability to fix nitrogen. Concentration of nitrogen in soil. Increasing the concentration of nitrogen in soil negatively affects the amount of fixation nitrogen. Why? Because if you add nitrogen as a filterizers, the bacteria will use this easy source of nitrogen instead of fixing from the air, and the fixation will consequently be decreased. Increased soil salinity negatively impacts the amount of fixed nitrogen. Increasing content of organic matter positively affects the amount of fixed nitrogen. Okay, let us go through the nitrogen cycles, the last part of this lecture. Nitrogen leaching to the sea in the natural processes. It is exist where we have farming activity or not, and whether there are people on earth or not. Nitrogen leaching is part of the nitrogen cycle, which is shown in the picture below. Due to human activity, the leaching process increases. Okay, this is nitrogen cycles. The first, gaseous atmospheric nitrogen, lightning fixing, and bacteria fixation. Here is lightning and precipitation. The nitrogen go to the plant uptakes the nitrogen, or the bacteria can fix nitrogen, and the animal eat plant. Organic matter is produced rich in nitrogen. Mineralization will be carried out. Organic matter containing nitrogen will be mineralized to ammonia as we to polypeptide and then ammonia, and nitrification will be carried out to nitrate, then nitrification to nitrate, and plant consume a nitrate again, and the cycle will be continuously. Also, fertilizer can be added as ammonia. Here, some of fertilizer go to the sea and cause eutrophication. The meaning of eutrophication, that is the excess nitrogen led to an increase of plant growth. Consequently, take the soluble oxygen and cause this to the life to the fishes and other life on the sea or on the water. This is called eutrophication. So the excess nitrogen leaching or runoff to the sea or the river cause eutrophication, an increase of plant growth and decrease of nitrogen or deficiency of nitrogen, then death for life on the water bodies. So if you add filterizers, nitrogen, some leached, some nitrification will be carried out. Nitrate and nitrate may leach to the sea or groundwater, and then go to here to the plant again, or maybe nitrification, denitrification. The meaning of denitrification is reducing nitrate to nitrogen gas as N2 or nitrous oxide N2O and lost to the atmosphere again. Here also the company may have emission, may produce emission of nitrous gases and fossil fuel emissions, go to the air and fixing again, and go to the soil, go to the plant, some go to the air, some return again to the soil by organic matter, mineralization, nitrification, denitrification or plant consumption, some go to leaching, some leaching to even ammonia or nitrate or nitrate may leach to the sea or groundwater or river, whatever, and consequently the cycle go on these behave. Continuous cycle of nitrogen are conducted. This all for the last lecture. Thanks for attention and good luck on the final exam. You have a plenty of time to listen to the lecture, and if you have any question, you are most welcome on team. And unfortunately, due to corona pandemic, you will not be able to visit me on my office. Consequently, the team will be enough for you to make any discussion or any scientific discussion needed to make any further explanation of the lectures or any topics of the course. Thanks again and good luck.